Yeah. And now we're going to be seeing a Fox Ditto, like Spaceys only allowed in the final 3. I think as much as
Gatsu was doing some nutty stuff that set though.
Mm-hmm.
There was some wild corner pressure. There was some crazy like I'm gonna hit you with 3 moves that all edge canceled. That's where it's like, oh, you're scary. I don't want to fight you. I'll let you fight other people.
It honestly like shades of Bobby who's sitting in Grands, the same kind of like, hey, you'll never see a combination of 3 moves happen like so quickly, and they're all off of like edge cancels and other weird platform stuff.
Yeah.
But I think so. The interesting question to me is obviously Panda moved on. I would say Zuppy is the favorite in this upcoming match. I wonder if Gatsu would have been more difficult for Zuppy. I mean, it's hard to say. Zuppy has the practice versus none. They've played a fair amount, but I feel like Zuppy should have a pretty good handle on the Fox Ditto, but maybe I'm underrating Panda.
I mean, I think they're both really good at the Fox Ditto is the thing. So I'm not super concerned about this being like a matchup and experience, or just like, oh, I'm significantly better at this matchup than you are. So I do think that play style is going to be very different.
Absolutely.
Because that's one of those things where people, it used to be more of a cliche that like, oh, all Foxes, like you could watch without like player cams and you could tell who's playing. I think some people are capping about that. But between these two, very different styles of Fox.
Oh, they played earlier. Thanks, production. Zuppy taking 3-2. So just barely.
So it was very close before, too.
Yeah. I would have guessed like a 3-1. We'll see if they if that kind of stays this way, or if Zuppy kind of brings something. Maybe I'm just biased towards my Canadian
towards Canada.
maybe I want to see some more Canadian back throw tech chases.
How dare you have Canadian bias?
Yeah.
How dare you?
I mean, someone's got to have it. It doesn't come up that often, I will say. Like, I like on that little thought. Like, I've always felt like Canada is like a bit overrepresented in Smash in a good way, as in like.
Wait, just because there are so many top players that are Canadian.
Yeah, like if we think about like people who are really good right now from Canada, we have like Sunsei, Moki, Zuppy, None.
I'm waiting for you to name someone that's not the Fox player.
And all of those players are like really quite good. Like Sunsei looking like a top 10 player sometimes, Moki looking like a top 10 player, None looking like a top 10 player. All of them have had like just really high highs. And then Zuppy is just like, yeah, this slow climb towards, potentially like a really, really high spot right now in that kind of 40 range. But
yeah,
there's a wall.
Like I was saying, I think the Zuppy stock is on the way up. I would not be surprised to see that 40 get nailed down to a 30, and like we're gonna see where it goes from there.
Panda looking to short that stock as it's not doing so bad right now.
Oh, it just gets caught by the illusion. Oh, they both wanted that shot. If you don't hit me fast enough, you are dying instead.
Absolutely. Good stuff from Zuppy, kind of keeping it simple with the back air. I think that's a big part of Fox, is as much as he has like all these tools, someone like Mango stands out to me as a player who like kind of does a lot of like the same 4 or 5 things with Fox, but like those things are just really good and plays like really reactively. I think because sometimes like the number of options you have with Fox.
Oh, gets an up air from the ledge there? Crazy.
Yeah, so like that up air from ledge, like really crazy. Was it necessarily the most optimal thing? Like he has so many tools. It's hard to like parse when you have like.
Well, it is the curse of top tier. Like lower tiers or mid tiers or even just like not quite like Samus or Ices, where it's like they're good. They're not mid tier, but they're not top tier. And often they have a little bit more straightforward game plan. And there's a lot of mix-ups there, but it's not like, oh my god, I've never seen that move used in that way. And that is what happens when you play like a Fox or a Falco or even like Marth, is just top tiers have options for every situation. And sometimes they have multiple options, and there's where it gets crazy.
Honestly, Fox is the guy you knew in high school that was like really good at science, really good at the arts, really handsome, athletic, and you're just like, and they're just like, I don't really know what I want to do with my career. You know, there's just so many options. I could be a doctor, I could be a lawyer, and you're like,
I could be an actor.
yeah, it's like this guy needs
And it's like, I do not care about your problems because your problems are I could do too many things.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Also,
that's
the super long nair before getting that back air to get back up. So much option coverage because those moves are out for so long, and so you're basically just like you jump down with the nair, and you're like, all right, you can't go here, and then you jump back up with the bear, and you're like, that's also off limits.
still surprised Zuppy took that the way he did. Going to Yoshi's, I think a decent stage to fit Zuppy's playstyle, but it does seem like in the tight spaces, Panda's kind of random move choices, kind of like sudden, unfamiliar situations could also benefit him.
Ooh, gets reversed, dies at 5%. No sympathy for Fox mains, but still.
Good at everything. Handsome, you know, we've heard the story, it comes up again, it's like...
We're just jealous, okay?
Yeah, we're just jealous, like, they just have something.
Wait, don't
we
you
know,
play Fox? No, you play Falco.
I play Falco.
I had to think about that for a sec.
Falco's the one who, like, is good at certain things, but ultimately does just decide to be good at, like, a single career, and yeah, like, they just
definitely his fault for not doing all of them.
Yeah, it's like, look, I don't do everything, but I do some things really well, and, like, I actually do have, like, an artistic side as well, you know, like, so it's like decent. You know, we don't talk about my cousin who's like perfect.
Rainbow's been in the mix so much here. They're both playing off of him so well.
You know, when you meet someone who's like perfectly boring, you could argue that's Fox versus Falco. You know, like, yeah, they're good at everything, but like, I don't know, they're kind of boring as a person. They're just like too perfect. Whereas Fox, Falco, it's like the imperfections are what make him good.
All right, well, we'll do a psychology melee personality quiz later after these two are done beating each other up.
Love
I don't know why, but the Fox down tilt stuff is always really neat. Until I get hit by it, I'm like, this is dumb.
That was
the shine. There we go.
Forwarder. Not something I see. Clearly, like, Panda, someone who kind of plays by their own kind of like Fox kind of instruction manual. A lot of plays Panda's going for, I'm just kind of like, huh.
Like, most of the Foxes I watch wouldn't have gone for that. But
yeah,
that's why you're here.
Absolutely.
And when we were saying that, sometimes you just know, like, oh, I have to be ready for attack. In that case, Panda didn't have high enough percent to worry about it, but like, you just go out there. You're like, all right, if you want to get back, you got to go through me. I know I'll trade here.
Ooh. Trying to go
the falling up air into up air.
Yeah, nice shine turnaround. Getting the 2 stocks solidly.
God, these 2 stocks are so fast. Literally just 30 seconds on the board.
Yeah. Not enough time. Doesn't react quickly enough to get the up air. Even this percent, like, obviously you're going to go around CC percent, but now that Panda's getting the grab, doing the Canadian back throw as well, we've seen the future. I don't know if Leffen is a believer yet, but seems like other Foxes are. Ooh. Oh, the reversal, though. Oh, was that SDI on the first back air? Oh, and then ends up, like, just SDing anyway. But that looks really weird.
That shorten was immaculate. Like, I think you needed that specific shorten too. Holy crap.
That's not Sabi that you want, but manages to get back to stage. Both of them kind of playing in a dangerous territory, but it seems like every time they are, Zuppy is just not on the winning side of things. Oh, good charge.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing the pace of play because they're both flying through. And like, all right, I'm gonna running shine and I'm gonna do this, and it's blistering pace, and then suddenly like that charged up smash was like, oh, wow. you made me wait for a second, and I think that's what Panda's really good at, and I think that's why Panda very subtly took that is like if you're so used to this pace and then suddenly something shifts it, then the spot where I up tilted thinking you're gonna run in, it's not gonna work anymore. It's the, like, I'm changing the momentum in my favor so that you have to hold this. You have to handle it. Yeah,
it really, I think that's an excellent point. Like, I think, and to kind of extend that, I think because Panda plays in a way where some of the options Panda kind of throws out are very non-textbook, not typical. It's also going to mess with Zuppy's like DI and defensive play. You know, like you go for a tech for, you know, let's say an up smash that just doesn't come. Instead, you get an edge cancel forward air, and you're like, oh, okay. And stuff like that just kind of makes it like. I think if you've played so many Foxes in your life, and so many of them play similarly, that it's hard to get the punish game pacing down against Panda. It seems like. Nice nair. But as I say that, you know, Zuppy kind of turning it around anyway, so clearly starting to dial in.
Turning to dial in, but also I mean, everyone says this, but the adaptation of, all right, you got that one game, and now I know that you're going to be making those mix-ups, and Zuppy has completely turned this on its head. This could very well be a force stock unless Panda can get this into a back air. I was waiting for an up smash, but just never really saw a chance.
One of those things where like this has got to be like if you ever want to know like what's the bad side of Fox Dittos, it's games like this where it's like, look, a couple things went wrong, and like, you know, Zuppy just ran with it, man. Like it just suddenly looked terrible. Kind of surprised to see Zuppy not go to the ledge, but taking game 4, we're gonna go to our last stage of the losers finals. We've done Pokemon. We've done Battlefield. We've done Yoshi's.
I don't think it matters. We're going to FOD. No, what you were saying though, it's like, oh, you make one read. It's like, all right, I know you're gonna go for this, and because the Fox Ditto is so explosive, you could force stock someone off of just that read, and they could be a very good player. It's something I talk about a lot in like Rivals of Aether, because the combo game is so strong. Is that sometimes you don't need to have like, oh, I've read your soul in all these spots. It's just like, no, you like to roll in this one situation, and that's enough.
It really is.
That is enough to get the force stock. That's how important that is in any matchup that's so combo heavy.
I love the that's a great point, and I love the edge cancels that we've just so consistently been seeing from Panda. I feel like this is kind of like a Hungry Box looking Fox, where we're just seeing so much aerial drift off of every attack. And Fox, like, not the best aerial drift in the game,
but
so
it's
cool to see.
Not the best, but very important.
Yeah.
That is the difference between, is my move safe on shield, or am I going to complain about shield grabs on Twitter later?
Yeah, it really, there's so much subtlety to it. Once again, going for the back throw. Looked more like a read, though, than the actual kind of tech chase. Nice. Good read with the up smash.
Ooh, I thought we were going to see an up smash through the plat. Instead, goes for the back air, tries to send Zuppy off stage.
Nice. Once again, clearing it out with the smart turnaround. This is a big lead. You know, it can kind of switch at any moment, but back throw, not going to do it. Still, I like when people go for those like cheese moments in the
where it's like, oh, Zuppy might die below 20%.
I remember, I think it was Rocky, and there was a set that Brandon was commentating, where Rocky went for Shine as Falco forward smash, like at say like 15, and he said like he's trying to win the tournament, and that honestly, every time I see that kind of play, it's like that's what they're trying to do, man. Like,
I don't care about looking cool now. If I get the one spot and it works, then I'm one step closer to winning.
Absolutely, it's just yo, I'm gonna go for it. So, like this kind of
philosophy is that you get gets the shine out of that.
I really like what we've been seeing from Panda. I think this could easily be a reset if Panda goes to get Bobby. This big grab as well.
Okay, we got chain grabs.
I'm not sure I love that up smash. I feel like
just so far out.
Yeah, not gonna make it back.
Good tech, but you're in a very rough spot now. Ooh. Somehow they're both still on stage.
Zuppy managing to cover my mistake by saying not making it back and being like, there's a couple more steps, but no, he's not going to make it back. Oh, this is so
at one point did get very back, but just still died.
It just all of a sudden, like all the momentum, I feel like Panda
Zuppy hits a shine. You don't.
It should be not it.
I thought Panda was dead.
Oh, the shaky ledge dashes. This is some spaghetti melee, man. And that's gonna do it. No, what am I doing? I gotta stop this terrible habit.
You're not allowed to say it from now on. Went really low, was wanting to ride that wall. Zuppy said, no dice. We're gonna see a rematch of our winners finals.
If I'm Panda,
that was a
something's breaking.
Wild set.
Maybe it's just Panda's heart. Maybe it's Panda's C-stick. You know, something is breaking there. Like that. Oh,
I wanted to see. I know this is no shade to Zuppy. I wanted to see some Panda fighting Bobby Big Balls just because of the two different styles of Fox, but does not matter. Zuppy does not care. Wants Canada to have another shot at this.
Fucking go! Oh my god! Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah, dude! You see that, Phantom? They wanted me to not go so bad! Oh my god! I'm so good! Oh my god, dude! Woo! Fuck yeah, I'm going to fucking New York! Let's fucking go, Bobby! Oh my god! I'm getting water. Sorry, that was intense. Woo!